I was driving home late one evening just after a long church service. The air was heavy with rain, and my headlights cut through the mist like narrow beams of gold. On a quiet stretch of road, I saw someone standing on the shoulder. An older man, soaked through, holding a small backpack. My first thought was to keep driving. It was dark, remote, and people aren't always what they seem. But something stirred in my heart. That small, quiet voice that said, "Stop." So I did. I rolled down the window and the man smiled. Not a big smile, just one that seemed full of peace. He said softly, "Thank you. I didn't think anyone would stop tonight." He didn't ask for much, just a ride to the next gas station a few miles down the road. As we drove, he began to speak, not about himself, but about me. He said, "Sometimes the road feels long because you've been faithful, but the end of the road always holds light." I froze for a moment. He couldn't have known the prayers I'd been praying, the questions I'd been asking God just that week. When we reached the gas station, I turned to say goodbye, but the seat beside me was empty. The door hadn't opened, the window hadn't moved, and the seatbelt was still buckled. I sat there in silence. The rain had stopped. The night sky was clear. That's when the verse came to mind. "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." Sometimes God sends answers wrapped in ordinary moments, a stranger's kindness, a sudden peace, a word that feels too perfect to be a coincidence. You may never know who walks beside you, but heaven knows. Please join me next week for Divine Wisdom. In this podcast series, I will continue my discussion on what's going on in my life through my spiritual eyes.